Yeah, good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to HSE Corner. I'm your regular host, and today we'll continue in our HSE briefing. We'll be paying more attention to occupational health and safety, precisely. Today I'll be looking at work-related mental health. Mental health is one of the things people suffer in the workplace. So you need to pay attention today to know how it affects you and the job you do is very, very important, a very, very good one that will pay attention. When we talk about mental health, we'll talk about stress, anxiety, and depression. Okay, these are the single cause of lost time work-related cases, even in Great Britain. Mental health is accompanied by a range of psychological effects and behavioral symptoms that can seriously have consequences on the individual. Work-related stress can as well be defined as an adverse reaction caused by excessive pressure or other demands placed on someone at work. Though not a disease, but chronic stress can cause ill health and may act as a trigger for mental ill health, such as anxiety and depression. The causes of work-related mental ill health can be grouped under 6 headings. We'll talk about demands, control, support, relationship, role, change. Okay. Now, before we talk about these factors, we would like to look at symptoms of psychological symptoms and physical symptoms. Okay, first we need to look at the word anxiety. Anxiety is a feeling of unease, such as worry or fear, that can be mild or severe. Anxiety can have both psychological and physical symptoms. Now, when you talk of psychological symptoms, you talk about having difficulty sleeping, inability to concentrate, being extra alert, hypervigilance, feeling worried. All these are psychological effects, while physical symptoms has to do with pounding habit, breathing faster, chest pain, headache. These are symptoms of physical symptoms of anxiety. Depression, feeling of extreme sadness, despair, or inadequacy that lasts for a long time. That is depression. I mean depression, feeling of extreme sadness when someone is depressed. What are symptoms of depression? Talk of low self-esteem, continuous low mood, lacking motivation or interest, difficult with decision making, suicidal thoughts of self-harm, feeling guilty, feeling hopelessness and helplessness. These are all symptoms of depression. Stress, the adverse reaction I will even say is a negative adverse reaction that people have to excessive pressure or the demands placed on them. That is what we call stress. Causes of work-related mental ill health. Like I said before, one of the causes of work-related mental ill health is demands. When there are excess demands on the job they do, so many targets and deadlines they need to meet. Some of these objectives people set at work are not realistic objective. Just that the owner of the company wants people to perform above their limits, and sometimes because there is no check and balances, now the worker go home with those mindset of excessive demands, and it gives them pressure. They are thinking so much on how to meet the deadline. Control, lack of control. Like control here means over what, they lack control over what work is to be done, is to be done, how it is to be done. Okay, work is to be done, what work is to be done, and how is to be done. They lack the control. Now we'll talk about support. Lack of support in terms of information, instruction, and training. And no one to turn to when pressure increases. Management of no one cares. They just want you to meet up with target. Nobody cares about staff welfare and how they look, So there's no support. Relationship, poor quality work relationship, in particular, bullying and harassment in the workplace. Then number 5 is role. Lack of clarity about individual role. You don't even know where your job starts and where it ends. It's also a problem. It makes you, sometimes because there's no job definition, you don't know, you will not be feeling that satisfaction within you. You understand? So role is very, very important. So it's also causes of work-related mental health. Then change, the threat of change and change process is itself, e.g., demotion. It could be reassignment, management takeover. Staff think so much about these changes if you don't communicate it well to them. Now, what are the control measures? Control measures, let's start from demand. Demand should be reasonable. Where possible, set in consultation with staff. Talk with staff. Okay, let your target be smart objective. Let it be smart. Okay, something that is achievable and measurable. Okay, so that you won't put excessive demands on workers. Another control, under control measures, control. Workers should be encouraged to take control over how work is to be done. Prioritize their working environment. So they should be in charge to decide how this work to be done, because you people have had a meeting how to get the job done. So they are doing it with ease, not with unease. Now, 3 is support. Workers should be provided with adequate information, instruction and training required to carry out their job. Relationship. Clear policies should be set concerning acceptable standard behavior at work. Bullying and harassment should be discouraged. Okay, it should not be tolerated. No bullying of staff or harassing them because of your management style. Now, role. The organization should be clear about what an individual role should be. They should set a clear role for every worker. Know where your work starts and where it stops. Change. The reason for change should be, that's number 6 now on control measure. The reason for change should be communicated clearly. Okay? Change should be gradual so that workers can adapt to that change. You understand what I'm trying to say? Let the change be gradual. Let workers understand. Everybody should be on the same page, not the other way around, so that at the end of the day, you achieve your aim for having such. So I'm going to stop here today. Thank you for your time again on HSE. Remember to like, share, and comment. Someone might be in need. Somebody might be passing through depression. Maybe you're a business owner. You don't, because you are the business owner and you are putting excessive pressure on staff, making them feel, when they see you, they disappear. When they feel you, their heart is beating faster. One of staff where I worked before told me that each time they see their director, they will always want to have a heart attack. That is not nice, because if that staff continue to work in that place, you would end up having high blood pressure. So what's the essence of it? You are having diseases that can even lead to death because you are working. We don't encourage that. Please, let's try and work on all these control measures so that at the end of the day, we have a happy working environment. God bless you for listening. See you same time next week. Thank you very much.